15 years ago that averaged over 40 minutes a game. But it's a new world.
Yeah.
Porziņģis, three-pointer, yes, sir.
For defenses.
Natural-born scorer, Mr. Beal. Taking the three after the pump fake, and it's money for Porziņģis. Mavs up by 16. You can foul, you can challenge a foul call on your team. Porziņģis comes down and drills a three.
You're a big jewelry guy, that's what you make. Porziņģis for three.
And that's what he...
Defensive second team.
I want to know who those other guys were.
Porziņģis drills another three.
Seth Curry pulls back, does not get the bounce. Rebound goes to Cleveland, back out. Porziņģis for three. Kristaps.
Curry with the ball. Got around Simons, flips it back. Nice pass, and a three ball is on target from Porziņģis. Second quarter, as we noted on Friday, a 40-point first quarter tonight.
Look at this.
And it's Porziņģis again, and it is
This team. They play for each other.
wow. Step back time. Oh, he's been one.
Rebound. Now Jackson, who's had the hot hand, give it to Kristaps. He's not shy, is he? Knocks in that one. And he walked into.
Down the stretch of a nice win against Denver on Tuesday night in Denver. Porziņģis. Oh! That was a pretty breakdown.
You can't do those kind of shots with him standing right in your face.
Porziņģis is third. Now he tries to display some range, and that's exactly what the big man does. Doncic dumps it behind his head to an open Porziņģis. That's the common impact in the 11 minutes that he's played as 7-4 Marjanovic.
And now both of them in the game.
Porziņģis from three.
You got both.
In 14 minutes of play out here. Wow. Just the 7-4 center. Here's a 7-3 Porziņģis.
He can get that shot off.
First 5 points of the fourth quarter scored by Orlando. Porziņģis, an answer. His first three of the game.
Coming to play.
Porziņģis from Luka. Three-pointers on the money.
That's a good sign right there.
Little three-pointer. Nothing but thread for him. Another opportunity here.
And another three here. First 7.5 years in Chicago. Right to Porziņģis. Drive and kick. Three ball. Nice. No competitive, no competitive reason to come back.
Don't speculate on that kind of
Porziņģis needed three out of the timeouts.
Porziņģis off the catch. Hits a three.
Outside they go here. And Porziņģis. Five quick.
Two defenders, hard show to Luka. Porziņģis fakes the pass, lets her rip, and Dallas with that. Inside, Kleba fins off Derek White for an offensive rebound and goes outside to Porziņģis, who will fire a three. And as I was told,
made himself available as a passer that time, and Hurdle cut to the rim. Excellent play. As Porziņģis catching him.
8-point game, early third. Porziņģis, his three ball. That is 5-point game. Porziņģis to stretch the lead, and he does. Three-pointer looks really good tonight for Porziņģis.
It has.
Teammates on the floor, but sharing credit with his teammates.
Well, you know what explains that more than anything? He's second in the league. And
Powell screens, Hardaway passes. Porziņģis knocks down a three.
yeah,
14th in scoring defense, 16th in field goal defense, 17th in defensive rating. There's Porziņģis connecting from deep.
He's dealt with a lot of injuries in his NBA career.
Missed an entire season, 2017-18. As Porziņģis a stop and pop three. Now Luka against the rookie Kevin Porter Jr. Porziņģis catch and shoot. Bang! Wow. Man, Porziņģis has come to life after a
Here in the first half. Porziņģis shoots a three.
What a great talent.
Doncic. They swing it around to Porziņģis. He rattles and it goes down.
in front 7-0. Leonard misses that shot, and the Mavs have the ball for the first time. And they score on a Porziņģis trip. Can Dallas answer? Luka to a trailing Porziņģis who shoots from the center court logo. Luka with a drive into the paint. Finds Finney Smith. Swings it over to Porziņģis.
They're ready for that pass. That's how.
7-3. Otherwise, Dwight did a good job trying to keep him at bay. Porziņģis, whoa, rainbow.
LeBron on the bench now is wondering who's going to be a table setter, so nobody's set the table, but Caldwell Pope is knocking down shots, as is Porziņģis.
Yeah, Porziņģis has another three. Now it's Doncic again. Porziņģis, the flyby by Davis. Boy, he had the patience. He waited.
The New Orleans squad 6-14 so far, and failing in the 5 minutes. The last 5 of so many close games. Porziņģis with a beautiful stroke.
Some streaky guys from the three-point line.
Porziņģis for 3. Out of a timeout. The big hit. The clock tried to do too much. Porziņģis trailed 3. Yes, sir! Step back. Long rebound. Finney Smith had a beat on it.
Yeah, he's always running down.
And it leads to a 3 from Porziņģis. Can't get over that. Runs it. Throws it up ahead. Kleba to Porziņģis.
Are up the way they're up. That's remarkable to me, and it points to just how good this team is. KP knocks down a 3.
It's tough-minded, physically tough.
Little bobble by Kleba over to Porziņģis.
Reverse doesn't go. Dallas able to get possession. 14 seconds. Porziņģis for 3. Giannis right there.
And KP seems to...
Porziņģis.
See how tight this game looks.
Oh my. Oh my.
Giannis was a little bit quick. Wes is that was quick. I know, look, this is how the Bucks play. They don't want to change their pace. Oh,
Again. Porziņģis a deep 3 and nothing but net. There's Dorian Finney-Smith. Quick pick and pop. And Porziņģis.
And this Philadelphia team, if it's not in Simmons' hands, as Porziņģis.
Embiid, Harris, and Simmons on the floor for Philadelphia. Porziņģis, truth.
I think now he's going to check it out, and now he's going to think twice about it. But I think it'd be fun, and we'll be on. Porziņģis lets it on the glass, batted around and scooped up by Porziņģis. From another area code, he drills it.
Aggressive in the second half when looking for his shot off the pick and roll.
They double up on Doncic, gets it to Porziņģis, who fires it.
I'm not doing as much here.
Yeah, when you talk about Lucas, he knocks one down from the top of the key. He's just been wandering around the top.
Cross for Dallas. Shovels to Porziņģis.
Yes! D'Angelo's drawing those double teams. He's giving up at the right time. You got the defense outnumbered. You got to take advantage.
Now finally Porziņģis rings the register. He's tried to reverse it. That never hit iron. And so Porziņģis
thought he was about to shoot it. There's a little hesitation, and then he hits him with it again, and then just a quick release.
Porziņģis given that 3. And you mentioned his percentage at 34, but wide open, your percentage.
It's almost like you played in this league. It's been pretty cool.
Oh, man. Porziņģis at 7-3. Think about that.
Things that you put on the floor to do, and he's doing that defensively.
Here's Porziņģis from outside. Cans a 3. On the switch, Caruso is guarding Doncic. Porziņģis up top. Good on a 3. Back-to-back. Wow, Porziņģis from way out. About 5 feet behind the NBA.
Get over those arms.
Runs in the paint.
Nice.
Corner 3 here for Porziņģis. Yes, sir.
In Moda Center.
That was amazing. Out to Porziņģis, second game back after missing 10. He knocks down a 3. So on the wing, met by the defense of Lillard. They went together a lot of times in practice head-to-head. Porziņģis 3. Puts that in. 16 for him.
Back to 10. Look at this.
Porziņģis.
Looking behind his back. Porziņģis waits for that 3 ball. Down it goes. Curry drives on Ingles. Backs it out. That is a deep 3 ball. In, out, back in by Porziņģis. Gets to the rim. Luka guarded by Bogey. Backs out. They switch him off to Joe. Porziņģis 3.
He pulled the defense with the basketball, and Shea had those eagle eyes that time.
Adams was held scoreless in Minneapolis as Porziņģis bucket here in the third quarter.
Now, you know, there's Tinker Air Force Base, one of the largest maintenance Air Force Base in the country. As Porziņģis knocks down a 3, Adams does a good job of blowing by him.
To open up the third quarter.
And they're doing it against a great third quarter team. Porziņģis knocks one down.
Pokes it away, but it ends up in DeLon Wright's hands. Porziņģis settles in, lets it fly, and hits a three-pointer.
So, games of 7 or more. He, Brogdon, and McConnell all have done a nice job there, and that's a 3 from Oladipo, the third of the 3-game homestand in Toronto on Wednesday. Here's a deep 3 by Porziņģis. Porziņģis, the former Knick, sets the screen, and now here's another long 3.
Yeah, that pass is got. You got to know that.
I mean, that looks so easy.
Offensive flow.
And a 5th for Porziņģis.
Well, one of the things, and Sabonis, I see him looking at. Victor's not passing up many more of those. I can tell you that.
And Porziņģis for a 6th time.
Well defended, too.
Iguodala's going to Miami, so tomorrow the deadline is at 2 o'clock Central. We lived through this with the Harrison Barnes thing last year as Porziņģis hits a 3. Second-year guard.
Have to limit your use of nicknames.
There's Porziņģis for 3 again.
They were cool with what they have as a team.
Another 3 for Porziņģis, and that stops a Memphis 7-0 run. Valanciunas was all out of sorts. Nothing was called. Here's Porziņģis, trail 3. Oh, dirt! A trip that Dallas will play at Washington on Friday, then at Charlotte on Saturday. Difficult 3. I mean, that looked like.
It's one that I'm not great at pronouncing.
Okay.
Here's Porziņģis for 3.
We just talked about it. Just talked about it.
Shoot, because he has length and height over the guys that are majority guarding him.
Porziņģis knocks down.
When you can shoot it like he shoots it and put it on the deck, that's a double threat. Nice finish from the three-point line by KP.
4 and 18 this year. 4-3 Porziņģis, yes sir.
Man, I always talk about knee bend.
Possession for Dallas to make this a single-digit deficit, and they do. Game on. 5 from 3. So here's Seth Curry on the floor to open up the third quarter.
Beautiful facility.
That is facility. Kevin Love, Wes Unseld, Alvin Adams, Bill Walton, some great bigs when it comes to outlet passing, and great bigs when it comes.
Shot by Gordon against Hardaway. Porziņģis for 3. Kristaps, Porziņģis, 35% three-point shooter.
And there you see the.
Doncic out to Porziņģis, another 3. Good again.
That puts you in such a tough position. Vooch needing to help on Doncic's penetration.
Jackson back to Porziņģis. Drills another 3. Quarter for Emma. Porziņģis gets him back.
It is 9. It has been as many as 22. KP for 3.
Doncic back out to Porziņģis, 9 on the shot clock. Drains the triple.
That's a big-time shot there. The fact
counting here in the first quarter. Mavericks by 7. Don't waste any time, and they love the 3 as Porziņģis hits another one.
He's wide open again.
Find him this time. Here he is as Pirtle.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Doncic off to Porziņģis for 3. Yes.
Season averaging almost 29 points a game. He's an MVP candidate. Porziņģis for 3.
Well, you see the spacing. They go open out there with range where he can convert.
Porziņģis lets it fly. Rattles down a 3.
More possession.
Seth Curry behind his back for the Porziņģis try, and he triples.
So he is pure from out there.
So there's 33 seconds left in the period. Into Porziņģis. Oh, my.
I can't tell you. That's a tough shot, too. Over a 7-3 guy on a fadeaway.
Oh, my. Speaking of 7-3. This is Doncic. Finds Porziņģis for three. And he makes it.
Minnesota's three-point shooting, what Marty was just talking about coming out of the break. He was 17 three-point makes that Minnesota's been averaging. As Porziņģis not been great around the rim, but he was that time.
Porziņģis, heat check three, and the Heat is certainly level.
In terms of his star power,
just for sure. Man, Porziņģis in the game for Curry. Porziņģis, no question that one was a three. All alone, throws it off the side of the backboard. I mean, it's just every bounce in this game that could go the Mavericks' way does. Correa puts it up. Brandon Adair doesn't blow the whistle. Porziņģis the other way.
We got the sense from him pregame talking to him, he's a little frustrated with his three-point percentage. Nice ball reversal. Like how?
Hardaway off the screen from Porziņģis, little pick and pop. And a soft touch. DeLon Wright kicks it out to Porziņģis. Good closeout by Melly, but he gave the big fella a little bit.
Really, KP?
Really? Really? I said yes, sir.
He's played wherever he's been right now. Nice find there from DeLon Wright.
Speaking of hooping.
You took it the right way. I'm going to give me some stuff too.
Now Porziņģis, a comfortable catch and shoot, and the result is...
They're on the outside looking in danger of missing the playoffs for the first time in 22 seasons. Good start for the Mavericks.
Can you impress us with your ability to say any of those words on the back of the jersey?
I'm going to cop to you guys that our friend Scott Tomlin.
Porziņģis, the corner three, got it. Over House. And Kristaps, AU basketball right here on these courts at Disney's Wide World of Sports. Porziņģis!
Obviously the Mavericks to run because they've done it all year, but the Suns are enjoying it here. And look.
Porziņģis from long range.
You got to get to him. Dario.
Really a big help to the Clippers earlier in the year.
Porziņģis answers with a triple. It's Porziņģis.
What he did was drive it deep and put Porziņģis basically under the rim where he couldn't get up and contest the shot.
Kristaps on a kick for Jackson. 10 to shoot. Porziņģis again. Kristaps Porziņģis.
His first, and if the opponent is the Clippers, there's a good chance that's going to happen as Porziņģis gets the bounce on.
This is a don't blink game. Things are going to happen quickly. Porziņģis, bottom, a three, to the rim, and cuts into the Dallas lead. 28-23 Mavericks. Porziņģis again. Kristaps Porziņģis.
He doesn't usually get shots that open. He was probably a little disconcerted at first.
Porziņģis, splat. Court set here for Dallas. Hardaway. Porziņģis lags off the screen. Got a three. Kristaps Porziņģis from deep. Kleba gets it ahead. Porziņģis, hot hand. Kristaps. 3-point lead for the Blazers. Doncic. Porziņģis. Oh! Porziņģis. 7 on the timer. Ball movement. Porziņģis. Oh yeah!
Seth Curry's also in the game. Porziņģis sets and hits. Porziņģis' shooting has been just
a strong defensive play on George. He leaves it for Porziņģis. Fires a three, rattles one home on a beautiful sun. See if the Mavericks have an answer. Approaching the 5-minute mark. Ooh, long three. Porziņģis rattles one home from. When they arrived to the bubble, they had a legitimate chance just a game and a half back to get to the 6th spot, maybe even the 5 spot, as Porziņģis buries a three. It's a huge loss for Los Angeles.
Well, that's why they're going with Shamet this time, and he's a very solid defender.
Porziņģis down 11. Doncic with Leonard on him. Here's Porziņģis. He passes up a three. Now he'll pull it, and he'll hit it. Kristaps.
A leader that knows his winning time. The last few plays, Kawhi has waved other players out and said, my turn.
And Kristaps
confirmed that with that left ankle sprain, Luka Doncic will not return. If we get any more information before we're off the air, we'll pass.
Cue it up again on Sunday with these two. We'll have Game 5 for you on Tuesday.